Why don't we turn that car off?
I came here because I saw you don't have to turn anything off. I didn't do anything wrong.
I said turn that car off right now.
And you have no right to tell me to turn my off. Don't tell me what to do.
Get up.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's enough.
All right. Hey,
it's enough.
Hey, stop. Stop. Stop.
It's enough.
Stop. Stop.
It's enough. Guys, up.
I was watching the whole thing, and he put his hands on him first.
You did, yeah?
100%.
I saw your dad go first, but it's all...
On February 20th, 2025, a civil dispute over a used vehicle sale escalated into felony assault on law enforcement. 3 legal questions govern this analysis. Was the shutdown directive lawful? Was the force proportional? And what criminal exposure did both subjects create? On the first question, the directive to shut off the vehicle. This was not a traffic stop, so Pennsylvania v. Mimms authority did not apply. Under Terry v. Ohio, officers may compel compliance only when they possess reasonable articulable suspicion of criminal activity. A civil dispute over an antifreeze leak does not meet that threshold. At that specific moment, the father's refusal was legally defensible.
Camera, so it'll be figured out. Yep. Hey, stop. Stop. Stop.
I don't know why, but they start the car, it doesn't start. He says, hey, I'm only buying a car that starts. He gets in a Honda CR-V and he takes off. Now, when they call him back and say, listen, I want to negotiate on the price, he specifically says, get out of my parking lot. So there he is right there.
How we doing?
Good.
On the first question, the directive to shut off the vehicle. In a civil dispute call, no traffic stop authority applies. Under Terry v. Ohio, officers require reasonable, articulable suspicion of criminal activity to compel compliance. A civil disagreement over a car sale does not meet that threshold. The father's refusal was legally defensible at that specific moment. That legal point, however, became irrelevant within seconds.
Why don't we turn that car off?
I came here because I saw you don't have to turn anything off. I didn't do anything wrong.
I said turn that car off right now.
I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong, sir.
Did you hear what he said?
I didn't do anything wrong.
I don't care.
We're going to figure it
So
out.
I don't know why you're coming at me with being I showed up here.
I'm not being
You're telling me to stop.
You guys are being...
Who the hell do you guys think you are?
We got to figure out.
Hey,
That's
Baldy.
You don't come up.
You Baldy. Shut that door.
Yeah, exactly. Shut that door.
Just turn the car.
I'm not shutting the car off, dude.
Okay, that's fine.
I need my cane. They came, they bought a car.
Yep.
They think it's overheating because you got it parked on a trailer like this. We're sitting there. We helped them load it up for an hour.
Yep.
Then they're complaining it's overheating. So the deal's, it's not overheating. It's a 30-year-old car that we told them needs help.
And he gave you $5,500 cash.
$5 today. They gave us $500 a month ago.
Okay, and then
and then
they want to know why you just took off.
Why we took off? Because we're done selling the car. We helped them load the thing up.
Okay.
We were here for over an hour helping them load the thing up.
Completely
the thing's
understand.
overheating. And then they're saying, why is it overheating? I said, it never happened. He used to drive the car. Then we said, okay, we got to take off. They said, all right. They call us 5 minutes later saying, oh, the car was overheating. We want some money back. No, it's done. It's over.
I'll just
be done.
They walked over
We
here.
saw you. I could have turned around. I came up here to deal with the situation, not to listen to you be a and you have no right to tell me to turn my off. Don't tell me what to do.
Get up.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's enough.
All right. Hey, it's enough. Hey, stop. 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 It's enough. Stop. 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 It's enough.
Guys, up.
It's enough.
You fucking guys.
Yeah, it's enough.
Guys, good, Bob.
Enough.
Bob, go. Stop, Bob. Stop.
Get down.
Let me stand up.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
I can't. I only have one leg. Bob. You're good.
Nice
You're
and
good,
easy.
Bob. Good, Bob.
Stop.
Bob.
Relax, buddy. No. We're okay. We're okay. Bob. Okay. I can't.
Yeah, all right.
I can't.
And I need a supervisor here.
I can't. Hey, I can't.
Blue one.
What's up?
That legal point, however, became irrelevant within seconds. On the First Amendment question, City of Houston versus Hill established that verbal confrontation with law enforcement, including profanity and insults, is constitutionally protected speech. Arrests premised solely on offensive language have been consistently struck down by federal courts as constitutional violations. The law draws a single, non-negotiable line. The moment physical contact is initiated against an officer, First Amendment protection ceases entirely, and criminal liability begins. Verbal confrontation is protected. Physical contact is not. That line is not subtle. It is absolute.
Blue 82 in custody, 1658. A1 Emerald, 309 Stilson.
All right, buddy, just roll over. I'm gonna sit you up, okay? Just stay seated for now. That's not me.
His dad was, he's protecting his dad. He's got a crippled dad.
I hear you.
And he come up and me up like street fight.
Just lean back, all right?
No, this guy. Dude, you're in my face. Who got out and started being... You guys didn't try and find out what the problem was. You automatically started... You automatically...
Exactly how to behave.
Listen, don't tell me how to be a parent.
We fought both. We started wrestling with both of them. I don't know why it turned into
Your guy
it.
pushed him.
Normal people.
Well,
him.
he did push him
guys-
first, and he's a cop.
You guys.
He's not.
Right here. Just hands on it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go crash.
I do.
There's some kind of like car thing that they were complaining about, and then they came in super.
That guy's.
heated.
No, I don't know.
That guy's.
Huh?
That guy's.
Yeah, he sucks. One leg?
They're trying to find an ID here, sir.
Wrong thing. Put all those back.
All right, bud. Do you wanna? I'm gonna walk you into the car just so you can sit down, not on the ground. You wanna stand up with me? We'll go in the car.
Stand him up, please. Thank you.
We're gonna go hang out in the car, and we'll figure it out after. Okay?
Love you, Dad.
We should open up.
This one?
I'm 26. Doesn't really matter though. I just want to have him sitting in the car. Just hang out here. I'm just gonna pat you down quick. Do you have any like stuff on you?
No. This is my wallet, keys, my phone's in this
Your
pocket.
cash is gonna stay with everything.
Okay.
Just so you know. All right.
I got my
Thanks,
phone in
boss.
this pocket. My phone. I think that's it.
Gonna go right in front of your bag, okay?
Thanks, dog. Are you okay physically? Do you want to see like the ambulance crew or anything like that?
We're good.
Okay. I'm just gonna double up. Make sure your handcuffs are double locked.
You're fixing some
Yeah, no problem. So do me a favor and just lean forward. All right, spin your hand. Cool. Okay. All right, just take a seat in here. You sure you're physically okay? All right. Look, I get helping your dad, but I don't know what that. I don't know. What,
I'll take whatever comes to me for it.
I hear you.
There's no need for him to be pushing him. I was watching the whole thing, and he put his hands on him first.
You did, yeah.
100%.
I saw your dad go first, but it's
No
all
way.
on camera, so
It's all on camera.
it'll be figured out.
Yep.
Thanks for being cool now. If you need anything, I'm gonna open.
On the use of force, the governing standard is Graham versus Connor, 1989. Force must be objectively reasonable from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the moment it is applied, not evaluated through hindsight. At the moment officers escalated to physical restraint, two subjects were simultaneously combative. takedown and handcuffing represented the minimum appropriate response. No weapons were deployed. The force continuum was followed correctly. On post-arrest statements, neither subject was Mirandized within the footage window. Under Miranda versus Arizona, warnings are required prior to custodial interrogation. However, under Berkemer versus McCarty, background information gathering does not constitute custodial interrogation. The son's on-camera acknowledgement that his father made physical contact first is admissible evidence and undermines any defense theory that officers were the aggressors.
In the window, just give me a yell, okay?
Perfect.
They're trying to find an ID here, sir.
It's the wrong thing. Put all those back.
Roger.
Fold it open. Right behind that.
So he's all
You
chilling
just
out.
saw that happen.
I mean, he's watching his, I get it. I see both sides, so.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just can't have it, so we're just.
I mean, for me to pull up and that guy to get and tell me shut that vehicle up. Number one, you can't because there's no rhyme, reason, or crime committed for me to have to turn my vehicle off. I came here voluntarily to the situation to rectify and let everybody know what's going on here.
Yeah.
And for that douchebag to start, I'm here. I'm out of the car. What do I need to shut it off for?
But just so you know, so you put your mind, your son's chilling in the car right now. I got him off the ground. I adjusted his handcuffs. So he's doing good.
Yep.
He's chilling.
He's a tough kid. He's
Yep.
good.
Yep. And it's obvious he cares a lot about you, so. Just the only thing I'll ask is, you seem calm now. He seems calm now. Just whatever you can do to not try to escalate or make things worse.
Listen, if everybody talked like you did, there wouldn't be a problem.
I hear you.
If everybody talked like you did, there wouldn't be a problem.
I hear you. But
to drive up to a situation and have someone yell in your face, some douchebag cop thinking he's all that.
Okay.
When I showed up here, nobody asked me to come.
No.
I could have went home.
Yeah, I hear you.
I could have went home. I came here to do the right thing and see what the hell's going on.
I hear you. Are you physically able to walk without the cane? Like if we help you and stuff like that?
If you helped me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Huh?
Everything's okay over there?
I hope so. All right, so back to the story, guys.
Yeah, so
They tried to sell you a car that had windshield, or I'm sorry, it was antifreeze was leaking. You said.
yeah, so okay, so
Dad, one second.
so what was it like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Him and his dad, he's my cousin.
Yeah.
Him and his dad came, and they came and looked at the car. They came, looked at it, and they gave him a $500 deposit. Say, hey, here's the $500 deposit. Take it off Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna come whenever I'm available to come and pick up the car. The guy said, no problem. We have a deposit. It's safe on our lot. No worries. All right, no problem. Now, come to today, me and my cousin came to pick up the car. His dad is out of the country right now.
Okay.
So me and him came to pick up the car, and we're loading up the car in the trailer.
Yeah.
And while we're loading up the car's obviously running because we're driving it up. He said, yo, it's a good car. It drives. It does everything. Only little hiccups here and there, like paint correction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's an older car. We're not going to nitpick.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why we were good on the price that we were good on. It's a 30-year-old car, like he said. We put the car up on the trailer, and it starts spewing out antifreeze.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, we're all good. All right, we got to run. And they run off.
Okay.
They hop in the car and drive off. So we call him back. We go, hey, Jesse, listen. Jesse's his son, I believe.
Yeah.
I guess he's the one doing the deal.
That's the one whose phone number I have. I've been in contact with Jesse.
Is that Jesse here? Over there?
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right.
So
with the long hair, yeah.
So we tell him, hey, listen, I think we got to negotiate on this price a little bit. We agreed on a car that's not overheating, that's a properly running car.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it's a 30-year-old car, it's gonna have problems. I go, I know it's gonna have problems, but I gave you $5,500 on a car that's not overheating. You didn't disclose this information with me. Are you trying to scam me?
Yeah.
He goes, no, we're not trying to do anything. You had the car sitting here for however many months and blah, 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 blah. And he's just giving us a sob story. And I go, listen, I'm trying to be very civil with you guys. I don't know why you're getting so loud with me. I just want you to come back and we just have a nice conversation and figure something out. I can give you the car back if that's what you guys want. I don't really care.
Yeah.
And he goes, get out of my parking lot, big dog. Get out of my parking lot, big dog.
Yeah.
I tell him, hey, I'm being very civil and very calm right now. Please do not get agitated with me. And he hangs up the phone.
All right.
That's when I came and walked over to the officer right here.
Okay. All right, guys. All right. Well, it sounds like it's a civil matter deal that kind of went sideways.
Of course.
All right. So. Just hang out.
To the grades. The responding officers receive a B+. De-escalation was attempted before physical intervention. Force escalation was triggered by subject conduct, not officer provocation. Post-arrest duty of care for a physically disabled subject was handled professionally. The deduction the opening directive lacked a clear legal basis in a civil dispute context. The father receives a D. His legal argument on the shutdown directive carried narrow technical merit. None of that changes what he chose to do. Grabbing an officer's arm is felony assault on a law enforcement officer in every U.S. jurisdiction. It converted a civil dispute into criminal exposure that far exceeds the value of the vehicle. The son receives a D+. He did not initiate, he escalated a confrontation already in progress. Post-arrest, he was cooperative, accepted personal responsibility, and did not deflect. At 19, prosecutorial discretion and a clean record are his most viable legal assets. The department receives a B. Officers performed within established standards. The deduction reflects a training gap on authority during civil dispute calls.
Thank you.
I think the whole situation just got a little out of hand.
Whose car is this?
It's why is that cop have to put his hands on me? He came up and do not put your hands on me for no situation.
I know, but we're all.
I'm just saying, do we just put him in the car?
A certain way. We don't like to be.
Well, I showed up and this guy starts screaming at me right off the bat when I just showed up.
Is this old or is that scratches from the pavement?
No, it's. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'll get you a nice bag.
No, I don't need. I'm not a pussy, dude. Next, you're gonna tell me you're gonna give me a Band-Aid?
Beth, anybody get these dudes?
I got their license right here.
No, you're over. I was here first.
Hey, why don't we throw him in the car for now? So we're not sitting out here. They want him out here?
That's not around.
Christian, would you mind just bringing the car up a little bit so we can walk him the shortest distance possible, put him in the car, just so you could sit down for the time being?
Yeah, I was walking.
Just to get you out, we'll get you out of the cold, and when they want to talk to you, we'll
I'm fine. I'm fine right here.
Just would feel better if everyone's sitting down for the time being. Do you have anything else on you, by the way?
No, dude.
Just your phone?
Yep. I got it.
Yep, doing it now.
I'm too close. Yeah, well, I'm gonna need it. At some point. I mean, I can't.
We'll get it to you, man. No.
I'll put it in the car.
Yeah.
No worries there.
Is there anything else that you need that's out of here right now?
This car could just get parked right here and locked up.
We'll have it all handled. All right, I'm gonna help you. Okay? You leave.
Yeah, where are we going?
We're just going right behind you. This car right here. Is that good enough? You want me?
Yeah, my slipper is.
Okay. Going right in here. Just watch your head, okay?
I mean, look, they got spike things in there like I'm going to take off. It's absolutely ridiculous.
A lot of this stuff is for precaution, okay?
Yeah,
You good? All right.
My leg doesn't work. Yeah, can you push it in there?
Right. Yeah. No problem. All right, just hang out. We'll be back with you, okay? If you need any... I think it's Diaz's. If you need, we're going to roll one down. If you need anything, just give us a yell. But just for right now, just hang out, okay?
4 key lessons. First, knowing your rights does not authorize physical resistance. The father was partially correct on the law and entirely wrong in his response. Second, verbal confrontation is protected. Physical contact is not that line as absolute. Third, intervening in a family member's arrest by assaulting officers doubles the criminal exposure in the room. Fourth, on civil dispute calls, articulate a clear legal basis before issuing compliance directives. A defensible command is always a better command. The civil dispute at the root of this incident has a proper venue civil court. Implied warranty claims, common law fraud theories, and consumer protection statutes may all be available to the buyer. The criminal charges are a different matter entirely. The Bodycam does not lie. Both subjects face serious felony exposure for choices that took less than 30 seconds to make. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.